What's going on, guys? Big GST here, back with another vlog. I know it's been a while. I just got out of work. Really hasn't been much going on with either of my cars since it's been snowing up here in Connecticut. But today, that's all going to change. Because as you can see, just got a shipment of some parts from Extreme PSI. Alright guys, so the first part we're going to start off with the fluid dampener. This is basically just be a security for your motor to make sure that the harmonic balancer is not going to break or cause any damage to your motor. This is good if you're going to be upgrading your pistons or rods, or also just going to be having a pretty aggressive tune on your car. You want to upgrade to one of these. It basically has fluid in it, and kind of the fluid, the thick fluid, helps balance, all your vibrations. Especially if you don't, like my car, I have pretty aggressive solid mounts, and then I also have no balance shafts in there right now, so got a lot of vibrations going through the motor, so this should help out. Kind of opened it already. I'm not going to take it out or anything like that. I'm not going to move it around a lot until we do install it, hopefully this Monday. And it's pretty heavy. I'll show you right now how much it weighs. Alright guys, so that's for the dampener that we got. We got that, we're going to be installing soon. Let's see what else we got in here. Made in USA.
God damn, I love America.
Let's see. So what we got here, just want to make sure we don't lose any small parts. What we got here is actually, it's a JMF. It's a JMF fuel rail, a billet fuel rail. This is pretty much going to be good because it's the only stock part in my fuel system that hasn't been upgraded. So this will be a nice piece, and it's also, it actually looks pretty good, so that should be a nice touch. Originally is a 10AN, so if you don't have a 10AN, you want to get the adapters for it like I did. I'm down to 6AN, and then the adapters are separately, you got to pay for them separately, but they do come with spacers and bolts, so that's nice. Wrap this baby back up. Also, check out when you are buying, if you are going to buy a JMF fuel rail instead of like an AEM or a Magnus, make sure you guys read the descriptions, because they will say that some of them are not recommended for methanol or ethanol E85. So check that out before purchasing. They just want to make sure that if you're going to run methanol or E85 or anything like that, then you want to make sure that you get it anodized, because inside the fuel rail with the E85 or the methanol, it will cause some corrosion over time. See what we got here, we got some shiny pipes. It's a 45, I'm not going to take it out. 3-inch 45, 3-inch straight. My last video, we said we did fix that oil leak. That's negative, we did not fix that oil leak. It started leaking again, so we got to get that fixed. If this doesn't work, basically I just bought some OEM seals, OEM Mitsubishi seals. We're going to try to see if we could put these seals in the oil pump and it will fix our leak. Hopefully it does. Cheap, cost effective, first thing first. If this doesn't work, then we're going to have to get an OEM oil pump. I believe the oil pump that I ran in there when we built the motor was just like a top line pump. It wasn't OEM, and that was kind of just cost effective. I believe the top line's like maybe $180 to $200, and then the OEM pump is about altogether like almost $400. So it was a big savings, which might cost me, and I might have to do it again, which would suck. But hopefully that fixes it. 90. This is all going to be all this 3-inch piping. We're going to be redoing my 2.5-inch piping for my intercooler. and so we're gonna redo that piping. It's all like corroded and stuff. Some acid got onto it, so it kind of like messed it up pretty good. But if you guys don't know, big size difference. So let's see what we got with that and why we got this piping for the front mount. Let's see. Before we jump into that, it's right here. AEM X series gauge. It's oil pressure. It's 150 bar. So I already have the AEM X series boost gauge, and then I also have a wideband. So I'm just gonna throw this, the oil pressure, especially with my oil pressure problem with the oil pump and it leaking and stuff. It's nice to know my oil pressure so I know what's going on with the motor. These are definitely a good investment and security for your motor. Set that right there. Next up, common with DSMs, if you don't already know, most people already get lifter tick, you know what I mean? So if you got lifter tick, I recommend these. GSC, these are the no tick lifters. If you got almost no oil in your car, they say that these lifters will remain in place and they won't collapse, which causes the lifter tick. So these are pretty good. Throw these in. It's about like 180 bucks, so they should be pretty well. Got a bunch of couplers for the 3-inch because we're going to be changing that 2.5 to a 3-inch. Bunch of T-clamps. Hold that baby secure. This is just timing kit stuff and adapters. Not going to go over that. Next up, to see why we did go to 3-inch from 2.5, besides just that there was acid all over my 3-inch and it looked like crap, we stepped it up. This is a S90 throttle body. It is a 74 mil. So it's your big boy. 74 mil throttle body. This throttle body is pretty nice. It's all billet. So the whole throttle body is just billet. As you can see, I'm not going to take it out all the way. I kind of want to put it back. But the only thing they say about the S90s, which a lot of DSM people could say, is sometimes they have issues with leaking. Others don't. So I'm hoping that they kind of revised it a little bit, as they said, and there's no leakage. Yeah, pretty nice piece. It's going to be a nice touch, definitely a nice touch to the car. So that's part of the reason why we went with a 3-inch piping. It's for the S90 throttle body. So hopefully that improves acceleration. We get some more airflow in there, make a little bit more power, which would be awesome. Big final piece, the final piece, guys. Final piece. What everyone's been waiting for. This big boy. Right here. If you guys haven't already guessed it, you'll see right now. This is a JMF intake manifold. It's aluminum. It's got the CNC aluminum with all billet runners. Should be pretty good. And that's gonna bolt right up to my S90 throttle body that I got here. And it's definitely be a nice piece. I did get the polished version. It's like $80 more. It's nice. Should be looking all pretty. But Monday, we're gonna throw a bunch of these parts on. Hopefully I could bang out everything. It's a lot of stuff that we got going on. But we're gonna try to get most of it done, and then we're gonna send it over to our fab guy so he can fabricate all this aluminum over here. He's just gotta basically, weld everything up, make it look nice and pretty, make it functionable. Most important, functionable. But this is the big piece, the JMF intake manifold. It's pretty nice. Aluminum sheet metal with billet runners. and let's see if we can make some power out of this thing. Alright guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel, put the notification bell on, give this video a thumbs up, and share with your friends. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.